Welcome back to Strength and Health for Life, where we talk about superfoods. Hello! Welcome to day 73 of our weight loss journey together. Before we begin, we ask that you smash that like button, subscribe to this channel, click the notification bell so you get all alerts, and watch the video all the way through. Also, if you have any topics you'd like to see on this channel, please leave your suggestions in the comment section below. Superfoods! Are they actually super, or are they just common? I think you'll be surprised what the answer is. A great number of people think that superfoods are a new idea. No! They've been talking about superfoods since World War I. Can you guess what the first superfood was? If you said bananas, you're right. Yet no one talks about how bananas are a superfood today. I mean, you wonder why that is. Bananas haven't changed since then. Well, watch the video all the way through and you'll find out. By the way, if you want to create more time to do the things that you want to do, including work out like I did, then click the first link in the description to learn how. So in this video, we'll go over 6 of the most hyped superfoods, along with alternative foods that do the exact same thing but aren't touted as being superfoods. And at the end, we'll go over their reality and why they're touted as such. Number 1, kale. Ew, gross. Tastes like a green foot. I don't know anyone that actually likes kale. But so many people are eating it because they're like, oh, it's a superfood. It makes you healthy. But here's something you don't know. Broccoli, collard greens, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, and cabbage are all the same species as kale, which means they roughly all have the same nutritional value. So is kale really a superfood? Let me ask you this question. Do they tout broccoli as a superfood? How about cauliflower? Kinda puts it in perspective, doesn't it? Number 2, blueberries. Blueberries are touted as having high concentrations of certain vitamins and minerals, such as vitamin C, vitamin K, and manganese. But it's the polyphenols that people tout make it a superfood. Here's the thing though. You can get almost the same amount of nutrients in 2 kiwis as you do in a handful of blueberries. You can also substitute any kind of seasonal berry, which is bound to be cheaper than blueberries. Let's take it a step even further. A dark red apple will have polyphenols in its skin. But that's not to discourage you from eating blueberries if you really like blueberries. I mean, if it's a food that you truly enjoy, why not have some? Especially since they aren't bad for you. Number 3, quinoa. Yes, quinoa has 6 grams of protein per 200 grams of quinoa. But what they say makes it a superfood is its ability to help manage certain medical conditions such as diabetes and heart disease. Here's the thing, there's very little if any research that actually proves that. And to make things even worse, all the research has been done on raw quinoa. You'll end up losing some of the nutrients when you're cooking it. But buckwheat and bulgur wheat both have 6 grams of protein per 200 grams of wheat as well. And they're a heck of a lot cheaper. So is quinoa a superfood? Number 4, chia seeds. So chia seeds are touted as being a good source of omega-3 fatty acids. That's what they say makes this a superfood. But here's the thing, you only get 0.6 grams per 3 grams of chia seeds. This is far less than you would get from a 200 gram portion of salmon. But chia seeds are so expensive as well. You could just eat sardines or mackerel for a lot cheaper and get way more omega-3 fatty acids as well as some protein. If you're a vegetarian, which I discourage, you could just get flax seeds for the same amount and they're way cheaper. Number 5, coconut water. The reason this is labeled as a superfood is because of its natural sugars and electrolytes. They say that it keeps you more hydrated than water after exercise. There is no studies proving this at all. In fact, studies show that it is as hydrating as water, but not more. And unless you're doing extremely intense sports or exercise, you really don't need additional electrolytes. You think you need additional electrolytes if you're not an athlete? No! So just drink some water. Number 6, avocado. Avocado contains a lot of fiber, vitamin C, and monounsaturated fats. This will help you control your cholesterol and diabetes. However, you can get those same monounsaturated fats along with fiber and vitamin C from olives, olive oil, and nuts. But that's not to say you shouldn't eat avocado, because I love avocado. There's one thing avocado has that nothing else does. That's the flavor and texture. Avocado tastes awesome. But avocado may not be a superfood nutritionally, but flavor-wise, mwah. So the question that arises is, why do they tout these as superfoods if they really aren't? Well, there's really only one reason, and I think you know what that is. Money, 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 money. That's right, the good old dollar bill. Companies can inflate those prices if you think the food is a superfood, because the only way people will pay that extra price is if it's labeled a superfood. But not only is the research done a lot of times on raw food, but they'll isolate the vitamin, mineral, or chemical in question from that food and inject copious amounts of that chemical, vitamin, or mineral into an animal or into a petri dish. Let me give you an example. Say you wanted to prove that a certain chemical inside of a certain food will help you shrink your cancer cells. Well, they'll harvest some cancer cells and put them into a petri dish. They'll then add a large quantity of the chemical in question to the cancer cells. Now, if they see the cancer cells shrink even a little bit, they'll start touting how that chemical shrinks cancer cells. What they don't tell you is that you'll have to eat so much of that food to get that much of the chemical that you can't afford it, or you're just not able to eat that much in a day. Not even to mention what that much of that particular food would do to your body in general, because they're focusing on that one chemical. It doesn't sound very super to me. Therefore, instead of focusing on superfoods, you should focus on what's on your plate. A properly balanced diet in which you're eating a great variety of foods each day is much better for you and more effective. We all should be focusing more on our general nutrition instead of specific vitamins and minerals. As I've said many times before, eating a balanced diet with proper portion sizes is not only the best way to lose weight, but to keep it off and stay healthy in general. All this information can be hard to make sense of or even find and compile yourself, which is why it's important to have somebody to talk to. So if you're looking for a weight loss community to help keep you motivated and accountable, or just have somebody there for you along your weight loss journey, please follow us on Facebook and join our Facebook group. Those links are at the bottom of the description. With all that said, stay safe, stay healthy, stay hydrated, and I'll see you in the next video.